Do you notice how as we get older, our circle gets smaller? It's like the more we grow, the less we have in common with the people we grew up with. And if you're someone who's evolving, doing the work, and raising your standards, you probably know exactly what I mean. See, you don't outgrow your friends, you outgrow the version of you that chose them. Now, you've had friends for 20 or even 30 years, and you may be realizing that you just don't resonate with them anymore. And it's not personal, it's just alignment. And when that alignment fades, it creates distance. And that distance, that's where loneliness creeps in. See, even though we live in a time where we're more connected through technology, people are feeling more disconnected than ever before in real life. There's a loneliness epidemic, and let's be honest, most men don't talk about it. We're surrounded by people, yet we're craving brotherhood. Now, a lot of guys feel ashamed for being lonely. They think, like, what's wrong with me? But I want you to know that you're not broken. You've just evolved. And as you evolve, your circle needs to evolve too. Because deep down, many of us are thinking, I wish I had someone I could just be real with. Not small talk, not banter, but real connection. See, loneliness isn't the absence of people, it's the absence of real connection. Now, if what I'm sharing with you resonates and you're asking yourself the same questions, then I want to share with you what's been helpful for me to find new friends as I've traveled from city to city. Since I left Toronto in 2018, I've lived in Nosara, Miami, Medellin, and now Tulum. And in every one of those cities, I've made real aligned friendships with people that I still talk to years later. And I didn't just stumble into them. You don't find your tribe, you attract it by becoming the type of person that they'd like to meet. See, the truth is, aligned relationships are out there, but they don't come to you by accident. Now, let me tell you how I do it. Step one is getting clear on what matters most to me. Health, growth, ambition, discipline, and adventure. Now, these are all qualities I admire and I embody. So when I land in a new city, I find the best gym. Not just to work out, but to find the people who share the same qualities and interests. Because if you want to meet high caliber people, you gotta go to where they hang out. Now, I don't just go to any gym, I go to the one where the most dialed in, ambitious people train, because that's who I want around me. Now, maybe gyms aren't your thing. Maybe for you it's a local run club, a yoga studio, a book club, a spiritual group, or a co-working space. Your future best friend might be one brave conversation away. Walking into a room full of strangers might feel awkward, but remember this, everyone else walked in alone once too. So if you want to give this a try the next time you're traveling, here's what you can do. Get clear on your values and the qualities that you resonate with. Number two, choose environments that reflect those values. Number three, show up even when it feels uncomfortable. Put yourself out there. Number four, offer value, be helpful, and be real. And number five, host people, invite them out, introduce friends to each other. Because the fastest way to build a tribe is to become the one who brings people together. Because when you offer value without keeping score, you build trust, you deepen connection, and people, they remember that. I have a personal story I want to share with you that perfectly exemplifies the process that I just told you about. So when I had my restaurant Blowfish in Toronto many years ago, I remember a guy who'd come in well-dressed, sitting by himself at the bar, and he'd come in a few times and I struck up a conversation with him. He was always polite, very nice, complimented me on the food, told me how much he liked the vibe. He just moved to Toronto and he said that my restaurant reminded him of New York. And after a few weeks, he actually started bringing in friends with him and introducing me to them. And I would invite them out to some of my events. We got to know each other and we became friends. And after about 2 months of this guy coming into the restaurant, bringing his friends, on one occasion, he brought me a gift, and it was a book. And the book was called Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. And I took the book home. I remember a few weeks reading it, and in one of the chapters, Keith talks about how he became friends with the owner of one of the hottest restaurants in New York by coming in, dining by himself, complimenting the owner, and developing a friendship, and eventually becoming a VIP customer of the restaurant. When I read it, I kind of laughed to myself because that's exactly what this guy did to me. But the truth is, it worked. Now, I understand that sometimes it's easier to meet new friends when you're traveling in a different city. Because back home, you're stuck in the same routine, you go to the same places with the same people, and you have the same expectations. But what if you brought that curious traveler energy to your hometown? What if you tried exploring different neighborhoods, or try that workout class that you normally skip, letting go of that old story that I don't belong? Because here's the truth, and I know you've heard this before, your vibe attracts your tribe. And being the lone wolf might look cool, but it gets cold when there's no pack. So define your values, be the fullest expression of yourself, and you'll naturally attract people who are on your frequency. Don't settle for surface level connections. Be brave, go meet your new best friends, and you'll thank yourself later. If this hit home, drop a comment below. Let me know if this is helpful for you and who you meet. And if you're on this journey of conscious growth and connection, hit that subscribe button and be a part of my community.